Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to the 3D Modeler. In this video we're going to make cute monsters part 2. Just like one we made in the last video, go check out that video that we made the first one, the one on the left. And today in this video we're going to make the second one to the right. First we add a cube and add subdivision level to 2 and set the shape of the body. Side view is important, so we have to set the side view, set it from side view manually, just like this. At every edges and vertices, add mirror modifier for better result to the body, just like this. Make whole body as one piece, but I made it into pieces, just like head and a body. And now set the level to 1, and now we add another cube for arms like this. Now we set them and extrude them and make the arms just like that. Add one loop cut in the body in the middle and move some down and move them correctly according to the body. Now extrude the arms just like this. Duplicate this face right there and add one extrusion right there. Now separate it and make it a separate object. Now insert them and extrude them. Now look at the references for better results. Now delete the face of the arm and now set the vertices to match the shape, just like this. Move them a little bit closer to the arm so it doesn't look good. Okay, delete one loop right here. Now move them and join them. Fill them right there. We don't need extra mesh. We try our best to make it low mesh and how much mesh we need. Okay, now we have to create the fingers. Only one finger we need to create. Then I will duplicate it and extrude, then I will do the rest later. Only this finger needs some scaling and adjustment and place in the correct location. Now duplicate it and make the next finger like that. Oh, we need to extrude one finger like this. One extrude him right here and right there. Just like this. Move them and look around every side. Look from every side to set the shape. If there is something wrong, now set some areas if you see anything wrong. Okay, now our fingers is kind of looking great, and now move them and place them correctly according to the hands. Now we have to duplicate the arms. Now we have to make the legs. So duplicate the arm parts and rotate them and set some edge loops. Move them some inwards and move them some back, just like this, and scale them a little bit, just like this. Now duplicate this part right here, delete these faces and scale them a little bit. Now extrude this part right here and move the front edge a little bit down, just like this. Move them down and move them some up. Now make this a separate object too. And now extrude, move and place the vertices where they look good, just like this. Add one loop cut right there and move them a little bit to the side, just like this. Add one loop cut from the front and place the legs according to the shoe. Now select all, or we can extrude it inward. We have to make them a little bit smaller, just like that. And to make it smaller, select all and Alt S everything. It scales it individually and fits the shape where we want. Now set some vertices and edges. Doing some edges and vertices to fit the shape. Move them a little bit back and scale them on the Y like that. We can scale it individually, but it looks good to me. Okay, now we have to add one loop cut in the body. We just add it. Now duplicate this loop right here and make it a separate object. It will be a body part, body top part. And now give it some thickness like this. Add one looper right there, or we can add subdivision to these edges and delete this place right here. Now join these vertices. It is a good way to add subdivision to the loops like that. Add one looper right there and move them closely to the body and set the shape by moving the vertices. This looks much better. Now move them up, move them forward. Now our character body is almost complete. Now our head is left. Now we can apply the subdivision and mirror modifier to this right here, and we can duplicate this part right there and separate and make it a separate object just like this. Now give it some thickness like by giving a solidifier and a mirror modifier like this. Now select everything and give another mirror modifier and another subdivision modifier. Now give it a shrink wrap modifier and move some edges around just like this. Now give it some thickness around like this. We can set it later, but first we need to select this loop right here and give this a separate object like that. Make it a separate object like this. We can add one loop cut, or we can mean crease some edges of vertices and wherever we want, just like this. To make the mouth, I will mean crease this vertex right here and move some down for better result, just like this. Okay, we can add shrink wrap to it for shrink wrapping it around the mouth, around the head, like this. Move them a little bit down, move them a little bit closer to the mouth, just like this. Or we can add shrink wrap for better result. Give it some thickness. Do not extrude while shrink wrap is active. It may result what you don't want. Now move them a little bit outwards like that. Move them a little bit just like that. Okay, now apply every modifier of every object just like this, or we can do it later after we done tweaking everything. Now I applied the all mirrors of the head, and now we need to move it a little bit to the X and turn the X-ray mirror on just like this. Alt-S it a little bit and move them a little bit on the X, and from the side view move them a little bit on the Y just like that. This looks much better. Move them a little bit closer. Now give this head a little bit bump from the back like this. Now move them a little bit back, a little bit up just like this. Now this looks good, much better. And move them a little bit down. Move the head part. Now tweak some edges and fit the shape, match the shape of the head. And move them a little bit down. Its head is not too long, so we don't need to make it too long head. Move some vertices forward and move some back just like this. Tweak some edges right there. Now our mouth is looking good, and tweak some edges and Alt-S some areas for better result just like this. This looks much better. Shade smooth it just like this. Now move some vertices of the head. Now mainly we forgot the ears, and duplicate the face and make it a separate object. Extrude it and move them a little bit back just like this. Okay, now extrude this part, add loop cut right there and extrude it just like this, and extrude it individually and move them according to the shape matches, just like this. Now delete these vertices and fill them and extrude them again, and now manage and set the shape. Alt-S it a little bit and move them close and scale it down a little bit, just like that. Now our everything is kind of looking much better, and this one is made really good. Alt-S it a little bit and move them a little bit to the front or to the back where they look good. Now we have to make the eyes of this character. Duplicate this face right there and scale them, rotate them, and now we need to subdivide it one time. Delete the middle vertex and fill them, but first increase the top edges and leave the vertex right there and fill them and insert them. Now it makes our eyes. Scale them on the white, and now we need to color everything we just made, just like this. Color this white and color the eyes a little bit white to make it better. Color, insert it a little bit. Now color everything the color we just did in the last one character. Last character we made in the last video. Go check out the video I just recently uploaded. Okay, now our character is fully complete. Now select everything and apply modifiers of everything we made for this character, and now shade smooth it correctly. Now duplicate the character, our character's armature, and scale it a little bit and move the origin of 3D cursor. Here it is a teenager character we just made. Okay, the old one and the short one is the little child, and this one is a teenager, monster teenager. Okay, scale them and place the vertices right there and place them according to this character body. Now move some bones around and duplicate them and extrude them to make the fingers. Duplicate this right there and move them some there and move them some there. And now duplicate this one and make this finger right there. Turn on mirror on the X, so we don't have to make fingers for both sides manually. Mirrors does the same thing to the both sides. Now parent this to the hand bone, and now everything is complete. Now check the rig if everything looks good. Now weight some areas where we want correct posing, just like the head. Now select the top everything and assign the group. Now we don't want the shoulder part from the body to move. Now our everything else is good. Now our armature is looking much better. Now extrude the leg parts and the arm part individually. So if we have to rotate it doesn't make a problem. Now rotate it and give the pose whatever you want to give it. Now I will pose it like that and rotate it just like this, and now our character is kind of growling or roaring, whatever pose you like. I made it like this way. Now pose it your way where you want. Now bevel these edge loops to make it smoother, look good. Now everything is complete and our second character is complete. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like this video, and add a plane and set the camera angle, set the setting of the render, and this is the final result. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hafiz.